I guess that'll be my first question. How you feeling after that? You got some bangs and bruises. I see that the knees got some cuts on them, but overall, how you feeling after that?
I feel great. My right eye's a little blurry. I can't see. I think I got scratched in the eyeball. My knee's pretty rashed up. My foot's pretty rashed up, but I feel great.
When do you think that the eye scratch happened?
I think it was the second round. He threw a left high kick, and I partially blocked it. I was kind of like almost falling backwards, and I only got one hand up to block it, and I think his toenail like grazed across my eyeball, and from there on out, I was just like blurry.
Did that make it difficult for that third round then, huh?
I mean, yeah, it's like fighting with one eye. It's pretty hard. But I fought with one eye before, so no biggie.
Yes. Well, speaking of the third round, did you feel going into the third round, because it seemed like you both had a little extra added push, did you feel that third round was needed to get the victory? Did you feel that it was maybe 1-1 at that point?
Yeah, I felt like he won the first and I won the second, and that third was going to be the deciding factor. He came out kind of heavy on me. I returned back a little heavy, kind of pushed him off me a little bit, so I knew right away we both had the same thing in our heads, like we need to push this third round because this is a close fight. So that's what I did. Towards the end, I heard my coach Brian yelling takedown, takedown to get those points, so I went for it. I don't think I really even got him down. I mean, I got him down, but he got popped right back up. It was pretty tough. I just scored a knee and a couple punches and just broke away, but yeah, I feel like that third round was mine too. So I felt like could have went either way, but I honestly felt like it was going to go my way more than
that was going to be my next question. I mean, when they're starting to call out the score counts, did you feel pretty confident that you did enough?
Yeah, I had no idea it was going to be unanimous. I didn't honestly feel like I won the first round. I thought that I would have gave that to him, honestly, just because how I felt. But apparently I won it, so I'm happy. Shit.
Well, what was the game plan coming in for this one?
Knock his head off. I was honestly thinking he was going to be pretty stationary, coming hard and heavy on me, but he wasn't. He was using movement with me. He was pretty elusive, hard to kit. I wasn't really able to establish my jab too well on him and connect with it, which was kind of difficult because I was planning on using that to really set up everything else, my inside kicks, my outside kicks and stuff. So he definitely surprised me with how he fought me, and how he adjusted.
And you said the hard head. Did that surprise you as well?
Yeah, I hit him a couple times. I hit him with a couple uppercuts and a couple right hands that I saw his eyes crossed, but he took it. And it's a little discouraging when you hit someone and you see their eyes crossed and they just wake back up. You know what I mean? When they kind of just like snap out of it right away. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever been in a fight when you've just hit someone with what you have. You know what I mean? They just like take and keep going forward. Like that shit is discouraging like a motherfucker, man. It's like, holy shit, what am I gonna do now? So it was definitely a tough fight.
Well, then at the end, I believe you caught an Iaquinta at the end, but why Al?
He beat me on the Ultimate Fighter, man. When I was on the Ultimate Fighter, I mean, everyone says this, but I felt like I should have won my season. When I fought Al, I was injured. I was limping into the weigh-ins before I fought Al from my fight with Chris Saunders. So when I fought Al, I was limited really bad, you know what I mean? I couldn't fight to my full potential. And Al knew I was injured, and he took advantage of it, you know what I mean? He was throwing a lot of leg kicks. He was, you know what I mean? You could tell if you watch his fights before and the fight with me that he knew I was injured, and he took advantage of it. I mean, not that I wouldn't have either, like, you know what I mean, if the situation was reversed, but I put a bad taste in my mouth, and I want revenge on that son of a bitch. I want to beat his ass, and I want to take his spot.
I was going to say, that seems like you've been carrying that around for a while, because that was a little while ago.
I know, man. I mean, it's going to sound kind of bad, but I got that Jew grudge against him, you know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't going away until I get a fighting with him.
Well, I believe he's booked, but I mean, is there another name that makes sense, or another one that maybe possibly years and years ago that maybe slighted you, that you've been carrying around as well?
Not really. I mean, what's his name? Rustam Kablov beat me. I would like to fight him again. I mean, I'm really too interested in fighting him, but I want to fight. I kind of just want to fight top 10 guys now. You know what I mean? Sure. I want to make that push. I would love to fight like Alvarez or like Gainfey. I kind of want to fight Michael Johnson, but he went down to 45. Who else would be a good fight? I kind of wanted to fight Coach. He's fighting tonight against Bobby Green, Coach or Kosh, however you say that dude's name. Coke, yeah, him.
Well, it sounds like you have a pretty decent sized list. So how busy are you hoping to be in 2018?
I want to bust out at least 3 to 4 fights this year. I started off nice and early. My big issue is I'm in school, so I'm in the IBEW, and I'm going to school right now. It's being an electrician, so I'm pretty limited on when I can fight. But this fight because I'm only allowed to miss 3 days of school. So this fight, I missed 1 day of school, so I got 2 more days I could miss. So potentially I could fight another time before June, and then June to September or June to August I have my break, so I can fight as many times as I want. And then from August to December I can miss 3 more days. So like, you know what I mean? I got the shit planned out like the way I want to do it.
Very specific
Yeah,
windows.
yeah, I know. And it's kind of a bitch, and I feel like I'm so needy with the UFC like Kardashian and shit, but I mean, it's my schedule and I got to work around it, so that's what I'm trying to do.
How's that been going to school at the same time as trying to train and prepare for fight camps?
It's a pain in the ass, too. Like, I work 40 hours, 40 plus hours, and then I go to school 2 days a week, and then I train outside of that. So, like, I barely have time to sleep, you know what I mean? I don't have time for I don't have time for relationships. I don't have time for anything, you know what I mean? My cat's in sleep. That's my spare time. So, It's pretty hectic. I'm just glad that the company I'm working for, Taft, by the way, thank you, Al Davis, for letting me take January off to train for my fight. Al Davis let me take January off for my fight, which is really cool. I mean, he didn't have to. You know what I mean? He could have said, nah, we want you working, and made me work while I was in training camp. But he didn't, and those guys are really cool, and I super appreciate that, and like to give them a shout out and a thank you for that. But it's tough, man. Like, I don't know if anyone knows what it's like to, I don't know any other major league sport where someone has a job and goes to school and, does their sport, and in football or basketball or baseball, like, that's unheard of. And in MMA, I'm sure there's guys that have jobs, like day jobs or part-time jobs, like, I don't know, being a bouncer at a bar or whatnot, because, it is what it is, and we have certain skills that were, like, good for that kind of job. But I don't honestly know anyone that has the kind of schedule I have, where I work and school and train outside of it, Like, I literally have no time for anything, but I'm doing what I love, and I enjoy it. I enjoy myself. As stressed out and as busy as I am, I enjoy it.
Well, that begs the question. I guess the goal right now, you're going to school and you're pushing for this career, but ultimately, if fighting takes off how you want it to and you get the things you want, would you eventually, hopefully, just to do fighting only, or would you always want to maintain what you're going to school for and what you're working with?
I would honestly love to just be fighting again, but realistically, I'm 35 years old, so I'm an old dog in a young man's game, and not that I'm planning on quitting anytime soon, but I'm letting my body decide how long I have left in this game, and I started working and doing the electrical thing and going back to school and doing this stuff to prepare for my future. Prepare for after fighting, because fighting's it's a hard, fast life, and if you're not a top dog making those hundreds of $1,000s, you really won't have shit after you're done. You know what I mean? And that's not the kind of life I want to live afterwards. I want to be able to retire. I want to be able to enjoy myself. When I'm all old and crippled from doing what I do. So I'm just planning ahead. I'm definitely not going to quit fighting anytime soon. I don't have it in my head to quit anytime soon. And like I said, I'm letting my body decide that for me. But as of right now, I still feel like a young dog here, just ready to attack again. Ready to be let off that leash. So I'm gonna keep fighting until I have no more fight in me.
Keep fighting the good fight. It was a wonderful fight to watch. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.